So we're kind of talking about this idea of, well, I was going to practice this week because I had class last week, and now I'm at class, so I'm talking about my practice. But I realized I was stuck. I was confused, usually choreographically. Something, there's a move missing, or I keep doing a move wrong, or I'm stuck, or I'm confused, or lost, or whatever. My notes didn't quite make sense the way I thought. And so then, quite often, the answer is I didn't practice, or I didn't practice everything, or I didn't practice much. And the sort of sensible reasoning is usually, well, if I'm pretty sure I'm getting it wrong, like I'm stuck, I'm confused, that the notes don't match up with my memory, why practice it? Because then I'll kind of etch it in, and then I have to undo what I've now done, which actually slows progress and makes it more frustrating and confusing and all the rest. So it's a sensible thinking, but I don't ultimately agree with it, and I'll tell you why. If you're the sort of student that's away at college, and I see you at Thanksgiving, and then at the December holidays, and maybe depending on work and stuff, maybe over the summer, so I might see you 2 or 3 times a year. I don't know if that applies anymore because people Zoom more, but the situation I'm most familiar with is somebody that kind of, they either travel a lot or college, and they're just sort of here a little bit. And then that person might say, like in September, well, the thing you showed me in December, I only kind of partway got it, so I didn't practice it too much because I would have had, let's say, 6 months of getting in a rut about it and becoming sure of something that I was started off being kind of sure is a little bit off or wrong or backwards or something. So that's pretty sensible. But most students come every week to class. They have their weekly slot. If they're a private student, if they're a group student, it might be a couple times a week or something. And as you know, you have a week off. I think I missed last week. I was away, in fact. And so even if you're a weekly student, you might be 2 or 3 times a month, 4 times a month. So that's usually regular enough that you're not going to really etch into stone an error. Now, the presumption there is that when I do see you, I'll see the thing and I'll fix it before, right? So it's some presumption on my part that I'm going to pay attention and catch the most important stuff. When we put that on the scale, comparing, there's, let's call it fear of messing it up and etching it in, not that you said fear exactly, but that concern. And then we put that on the other side of the balance scale of sort of the discipline of practice, the regularity of practice, the befriending of practice, the consistency. That at this stage, in this situation, tends to outweigh, because in fact, you're probably always doing something wrong. You don't have it right yet, maybe anything right yet, right? Neither do I, by the way. I'm just a teacher, right? I'm still working on it. So generally speaking, unless there's something is, like food processor, and there's just not, like, it's completely in a million pieces, okay, don't practice. Or if something obviously is hurting, or like that can't be right, but I don't know what right is, it's generally better to practice and then know that what I'll basically do when I see you is triage it. And I will generally triage in terms of, that's dangerous, let's fix that. Once there's no real health concerns with what you might be doing wrong, and you're doing something wrong for sure, then I'm generally looking from the feet up, right? Does that kind of make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so